Hey, what's up, everybody? Some days you just roll out of bed and think, I've got to play some RBI baseball. Right? I mean, that probably happens to everybody, right? That can't be just me. Can it? Oh, wait, stand for the anthem. I'm not standing. All right, well, whatever. This is RBI Baseball for the 8-bit Nintendo. The NES, if you will. This is a classic basketball game, one of the best, maybe the best baseball game ever made. Trying to think that through here. I'm gonna say yeah, that might be. So I just I'm gonna play a game. It's been a pretty long time since I've played, so I might lose. I don't know. I don't remember how the AI goes really, but. I'm gonna play as the National League All-Star team. Cause screw it, we'll play against the Giants. So this game was originally put out by Namco in Japan, and then Tengen or Atari under a different name put it out over here. Fernando Valenzuela. And this is a long-running series in Japan under the name Family Stadium or Famista, and it got brought over in various forms here. Oh, jeez. All right. Timmy Raines, let's do it. Oh, that's always the timing. The batting is always the first thing. Oh, he threw garbage and it bounced on the plate. Ryan Sandberg, he'll get it done. Nope, he will not get it done. He will get out. See if I remember all these players. Benito Santiago, right? That's got to be. There you go. That'll go. It's good for two. If not, that's good for two. Let's not push it. So the first few games in the RBI Baseball series were just the Hawk, Andre Dawson, the Hawk. Oh, jeez. Kruko doing it to me rough. Kruko is now the voice of the Giants. No longer a Giants pitcher. He's an announcer. Swinging late. I was out in front of that one, actually. That was late. Alright, so got a little time to talk here before I have to start pitching. So yeah, the RBI Baseball series, they brought out a few games here in the States that were ported over from Japan, that they took the Family Stadium game and brought it over and put new players in it and stuff like that. And they didn't change a lot. They kind of just changed the rosters, and the music's still in there. The 10-run rule that doesn't exist in American baseball, but does, I guess, exists in Japanese baseball is still in there. And they did pretty minimal work, and then it was weird because they eventually brought I think it's called RBI Baseball 4 or something like that for the Genesis. I think they did a SNES version also, but at that point they stopped using Namco's games as a base and started making their own, and they were garbage. They're just terrible. This is the first one. They did roster updates. They did changes. They eventually added stuff to the game. You can't really jump or dive on defense in this game. It's pure. And so this is the game that I have the fondest of memories of, I guess. And yeah. Though playing against the AI, I mean, it's not the way to play the game. But it's what we got, so. It's not into pitch selection. If I hold up while I'm pitching, he throws this junky pitch that, if your pitcher is fresh, will bounce on the plate, which, is a good way to fool people. Oh. All right. Kevin Mitchell batting second, huh? This would have been like 86, 87, I think. Throw it into this. Yeah, fuck it. Jeffrey Leonard. The hack man. One flap down. Oh, got it. The AI guys will put up their hands like that when they're in the right spot, letting you know. Mike Schmidt. Oh. Andres Galarraga. Out. Oh, you kind of have to cheat a little bit with the fielders. You know, if you're pitching it to the left side, usually you can kind of hold to the left, and that'll sometimes put the fielders in a better position to get the ball. That might just be anecdotal crap. Oh, Will Clark taking it deep. It's made this game where Will Clark had power. Yeah, so this game was one of a small handful of games that... Oh, man. Oops. Through third. That my dad got way into. So, my dad and his brother, my uncle, if you want to be technical about it, my uncle would come to town for the day or for a couple of days or, something like that. That was just bad. I shouldn't have... Can I get this guy somewhere? No. And they would just obsessively play this game nonstop, and they would not stop playing it. And they got really fucking good. They just ruined me. Like I was never as good at it as they were. And just for years, like long after the game had been replaced, in a lot of ways, like this was the game, and they pretty much just played this, and they didn't move on to the sequels. They get the guy to play. They just played it nonstop, and I eventually got to a point where I could occasionally win against one of them, but I could beat my dad here and there, but my uncle never beat him. Sit down. And this is when you could play a sports game. Anyone could, it's two buttons. It's very... It's not to say it's not nuanced. There's definitely, like, that shit. Valenzuela helping his own cause with a slow roller to the wall. Yeah, Fernando Valenzuela, triples king. Come on. Well, at least I got one. Just way out in front of this stuff. That's the hard thing about comeback sports games, like I said, is it's just the timing. That'll be another triple. I'll take it. Actually, going home. Come on. All right. Sandberg always hitting those in the park jumps. Oh. There it goes. I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's, so much of this game musically and just the sound effects and stuff are so burned in my brain. Fairly important in the grand scheme of things, but it's weird. This game was out, before you had a wide array of people you could talk to about games and stuff like that. So you didn't really know. Had a good idea of like, oh well, this game's popular. But it was weird finding out, years later that like, oh no, people like everyone loves RBI Baseball that played sports games around then. Like RBI Baseball is like there are people out there hacking ROMs to update rosters to current players and stuff like, or there were last time I checked. I don't know. Much like with Tecmo Bowl. Skied. All right. Couldn't make up my mind about what to do, and I paid the price. Oh. right. Starting to get the hang of things again. Oop. You know, the game had sidearm pitchers, like Brett Saberhagen's in it, and he had his sidearm delivery that was pretty different from. Oh, that's not gonna. There's no stop. There's no stop running. There's no infield fly rule. There's nuance to it from a gameplay perspective, but not necessarily from a mirroring the rules of baseball perspective. Which is fine. I think it required a few moments where you had to decide if you were going to play with honor or not, and when there was an infield fly rule type situation, just catch it, don't drop it on purpose, and all that stuff. Yeah, nothing doing there. Oh, come on. Brindley getting it done. Fuck. Can't climb the wall. Can't do nothing. Watch it go. Build it up. That's what I get. But yeah, there's no season mode or anything like that. It's you put it in and play baseball. Oh, they're going to the bench. Oh man, that's questionable. Music changes when you got the guy in scoring position. Not much to say about it, other than it just, it feels good. The feeling of the batting, you definitely see the ball. When you're timing your swing right, you're pulling the ball. You're going with the, you're properly playing baseball. On some of those timing elements and stuff, and that's pretty good. If you look at the original just baseball, Nintendo's baseball, that game is awful compared to this. I mean, granted, this came a couple of years later, but the advancement in baseball technology from that to this is pretty noticeable. And I kind of got into other baseball games, or tried to at least, but I never got into bases loaded. This, RBI Baseball was just better. There was Roger Clemens Baseball. I need to get Valenzuela out of there. Franco. His curve just wasn't curving anymore, and you can feel it. They're pretty good about pitcher fatigue and stuff like that. But the rosters aren't super deep. There's definitely more they could have done there, and they like I said, they eventually did more of that. But I think in a lot of ways, that's. I think the last baseball game I played and really liked was that first Griffey game for the SNES. That game was fantastic. I would play a full season of that. It felt really good, and it struck a good balance. That was kind of my guiding principle for baseball games was if you had to swing high or low, if they added that dimension to the batting, I didn't want to deal with it anymore. Timing the swing was enough for me, and once it was timing plus guessing location plus that mind game aspect of it, just batting just became less fun, and I just didn't like playing things that did that. I liked playing Super Baseball Simulator, or I guess they did 2 of them. There was a Super Baseball Simulator 1000 for the SNES, and then there was just Baseball Simulator 1000 for the NES. There's Super on there. God, I should probably bat, huh? Rick Russell giving it to me. And Baseball Simulator was ridiculous because you had special like leaf pitch and iron ball and all this other stuff you could turn on to special powers and stuff while you were playing baseball, which was good and ridiculous and a lot of fun. But I couldn't get anyone excited about that around the house. Like my dad, my uncle, they just wanted to play RBI, and Baseball Simulator, as much as I liked it, like it wasn't realistic in their eyes. I think they just thought it was probably just a bunch of bullshit. There we go. That'll go. Really doing pretty good at these rollers to the wall. These hot triples. Get there. All right. Tied up. Oh. Swinging at shit. Oh, it's doing it again. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here we go. Ate him up. Couldn't get it. No, that's just greedy. Playing an AI, there's like stuff you can do, with 2 runners on to advance runners, because it'll throw the ball in a very set way. So like playing against the computer is not really very much fun in the grand scheme of things. Like I'm doing all right here and kind of enjoying it, but that's also because I've had oh shit, doubled off. It's rough. Alright. 2-run lead. This game's tight. So like that, by kind of continuing to hold in the direction of the pitch curve, like I was able to get right there on the line and get it. Oh, that guy's so fast! Who was that? Who bats 7th for the mid-'80s Giants? Oh no! Oh, the D-pad of this controller! I threw to third, but I was the third baseman, and now... Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Oh! I was trying to throw to second. And then... Oh, the wheels have come off now, people. It's like this first and third situation, you can get the guy to second, no problem. If you're against the AI. Oh, man. Wasn't sure how it was controlling. It was all tied up again. Kevin Mitchell. Oh! They respect the arm of that right fielder. Oh, that's gonna fucking land. Oh! This has gone all the way rotten. Bases loaded, nobody out. The fearsome Candy Maldonado at the plate. I don't know. Oh no! Froze up. Froze up and totally screwed that up. Alright. You can count on Will Clark to do something like pop up and get out or foul the ball off his foot. I almost want to hold it so that they run, and then... Oh, no. I screwed that up, too. Oh, I got somebody. Okay, alright. At least I got out of the inning. That was terrible. That was terrible! Alright, pitcher coming to the plate. Let's see who we got here. Is that Dale Murphy? John Kruk, Tony Gwynn... Murph, let's get it done. That's That's what I like to see. There you go. Off the bench. Making a difference. Okay. Wait, did I just substitute my number 3 guy? Andre Dawson's up. I thought... Was I just not paying attention to who was actually up? Oh, whatever. I don't know why I thought the pitcher was coming to the... No, whatever. He hit a home run. That's all that matters. Yeah, all right. I'm feeling good. Man on third, nobody out. We're at least tied up here. Or we will at least get one. Oh. Not if you're swinging at that shit. Oh. There it is. It's a good sacrifice. That was the plan all along. Galarraga, you're out. Yeah, there weren't that many home console games that my dad got into. You know, it was this, golf, the original Nintendo Golf. I'm trying to think. I know he played significant portions of The Legend of Zelda while I was playing it. Who you got? Is it Chris Spire? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, Franco has to go. Bedrosian? Oh yeah, well, sidearm. Great. Nice. Good first pitch. Nice going. Everyone's real happy. Out of the fucking park. See, I wouldn't have caught that pitch if I had not continued to hold on the D-pad after the pitch has gone. All right. Oh, and then now the pitcher's up. Good stuff. Well, whatever. Making it happen. And the AI is not great. AI is not great. I'll take it. There it is. Alright. Probably could have taken second there. Tim Raines is pretty fast. There's no way to run back after you've crossed a base, I think. So if I were to actually step on second, that would definitely be a double play. Which is sort of a bummer, but like I said. Alright. Tim Raines will score off that. He's got the speed. There's also no, make all players run, all players go back. It's all individual bases. I feel like that was the split around that time, was the base running control. Whether you were using the D-pad to point at the base you wanted them to run to, or the base they were starting from. This one is the base they are starting from. Oh. Oh. No, this is... I have to... It's the base they're running to. So I have to go between third and home. I have to move back and forth on the D-pad to make them run to third, make them run to home. I think 8-bit, or 8-bit, they're all 8-bit. Baseball, the Nintendo Baseball, I want to say was the other way. Alright. Up by one, bottom of the 8th. Just gotta hang on to it. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if we can tack onto this lead a little bit. Okay, all right. I got out there a little too fast to be a triple, but two-bagger. Galarraga, he's due. Galarraga, he's out. You suck. That's just bad everything, computer. Good going. Ooh, that was way closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Gonna take him out. We're going to put in... Tony Gwynn. Alright. Tony Gwynn hits for average. Just like real life. Nothing flashy. Just a triple. Boom. All-star team doing what the all-star team's supposed to do. Put on a show. Put a nice flashy display of power. So. All right, here we go. Down to our last pitcher. But he's fresh. Oh! This game had some cases where stuff hit to right field. You could sometimes throw the guy out at first, which is always the sign of an old-ass baseball game. Chili Davis, come on. So I could drop that and just throw it second if I wanted to, but... And there were cases where you go like, okay, who's the faster runner? Who would I rather? You know, you could... Mike Aldretti? I'm trying to remember. Down to their last strike. Come on. Oh, well, that'll do it. 4 outs, 4 outs. Oh. Yeah. Pulled it out there at the end. I didn't think that was going to go my way. Yeah, RBI Baseball, man. It's, well, I guess, yeah, next game. I guess it does have, like, kind of a season-y kind of mode where it'll go on to another team, right? Is that what this is about to do? Yeah, you know, it was not the flashiest baseball game on the platform. I mean, the NES was around for years and years to come, and you know, some games emulated different aspects of the game in better and worse ways and stuff. But for like sheer playability, top to bottom, competitive gameplay, this was the game, man. This is it. What's next? Yeah, so okay. Oh, because I burned up both my starting pitchers in that game, now I don't have either of them. Or I guess Franco's it. I have Franco, who was used in the last game. I don't know how well they deal with, you know, pitcher fatigue and stuff, but now I'm boned. I should not have used all my pitchers there, especially now that I'm playing the American League All-Star team, which has Saberhagen and all sorts of other nasty players. All right. Well, whatever. Not going to play another game. You get the idea. And the music's great. On top of all that. Yeah, it's a pretty stripped down game, but that was kind of normal for the time, and it plays great. I think you could still probably get some amount of enjoyment out of it. Yeah, it's one of the all-time greats. So that's it for RBI Baseball. See ya.